everyone, I hope you're doing well. In my last video, I shared a little mishap with a cardigan I thrifted and accidentally shrunk in the laundry, and I was contemplating returning it to the thrift store, but then I received some helpful tips on how to restore its original shape, and in the meantime, I've been considering ways to make it work with the current size it's at. So this got me thinking about other pieces in my wardrobe that I've been on the fence about decluttering, and there is something about these pieces that I just can't let go of. So I decided to make a video discussing these pieces, why I haven't been wearing them, and experimenting with different styles to hopefully incorporate them into my wardrobe more. So let's start with this blue dress from COS that I purchased about a year and a half ago. I was initially drawn to its square neckline and its vibrant color, but truth be told, I've only worn it once. I've never been one to wear dresses frequently, as I often feel a bit confined in them, and I tend to only wear them for very hot days or special occasions. However, wearing just a dress often leaves me feeling a bit underdressed and not quite like myself. So I've been exploring ways to layer dresses to make them feel more like me, and I stumbled upon a picture on Pinterest featuring a dress of a similar hue layered over pants, and I really loved the look. So I attempted to recreate a similar look, and while I do love the aesthetic, I found it to be even more confining. The dress is very snug, and I could distinctly feel the presence of the pants layered under the dress, which wasn't the most comfortable situation. However, this experiment did shed light on another aspect I'm not fond of, and that is the length of this dress. Personally, I prefer dresses to either be short or long, and being on the shorter side, I tend to feel more comfortable when my dress or skirt falls into one of these categories, and when it's in between, I find myself wanting to cover up more skin. So to remedy this, I'm considering pairing it with boots to add some coverage. But despite the discomfort of the pants and the length of this dress, I did enjoy styling this outfit with more casual pieces because I do think I can dress it down, and I am thinking of wearing it to my next museum visit because that is a place where I typically like to experiment with pieces I'm not entirely at ease with yet. Next up is this little cardigan I bought online from a second-hand app. It caught my eye because it was a cardigan with short sleeves, which felt like a refreshing addition to my wardrobe since I mostly wear simple t-shirts. And I also just bought a cardigan with short sleeves from COS that I loved, which has black, white, and gray stripes. Initially, I imagined pairing it with a pair of pants for a simple but interesting look. However, despite my initial excitement, I haven't found myself reaching for it often. While I love this piece on its own, I believe it requires some additional styling to fit in with my style. So scrolling through Pinterest, I stumbled upon images featuring similar cardigans layered over button-ups, which happens to be a staple in my closet. So I thought that could create a nice balance, but when styling this cardigan, I noticed my problem is that it feels too preppy, and layering a button-up underneath only amplifies this preppy vibe, which isn't quite my aesthetic. So I'm giving this piece a month and then I might declutter it. Then we have the shrunken cardigan. I came across a girl on Pinterest wearing something quite similar, and that inspired me to try wearing it not as a layering piece, but as a top. By not wearing a t-shirt underneath, the fact that it's a bit too small is less noticeable in my opinion. And since the cardigan has a bit of a grandma aesthetic, showing a bit of skin helps create a nice balance. And I also like the contrast between black and red. It feels a bit dramatic, and for me this would be a nice evening look. As in the previous outfit, I also experimented with layering it over a white button-up, but once again it felt a bit too preppy and uncomfortable. And I also think that the length of the two pieces don't work well together because it feels like one is very slouchy and the other one is very tight and they just don't match. I think this would be a good example of an internet outfit. It can look good in a photo with a certain angle and the right environment. It can look cool, but once I would take this out and about, I would feel a bit out of place and it would be not what I want it to be. If you can't tell by now, I've been really keen on layering button-ups under other pieces. I think it's because I have so many of them and I'm eager to find new ways to style them. And in my next video, I plan to go through my closet again and show you all the button-ups I have. However, layering this button-up again felt too preppy and uncomfortable for me, so I hope someone found some inspiration and a way to make it work, but I just can't seem to pull it off myself. But I want to talk about the strapless top. For some reason, I'm not wearing it often. I think it's because I can't wear it to work, so it's not part of my regular rotation. I do like strapless tops, and this one in particular is nice because it's between a top and a dress, and I think it looks very fancy styled with white leg trousers. But I also think that's the reason why I don't wear it, because it sometimes feels too fancy. I also tried it with the first cardigan I showed you and I actually don't hate it. I've realized that my small fitting cardigans look better with smaller fitting tops, so this might encourage me to wear them more often. And I think I can conclude that the tighter fitting clothes are the pieces that get the least wear in my closet. After making this video, I've realized that I just need to style them with more oversized pieces. Most of the pieces I don't wear but can't declutter aren't actually flawed. I just need to incorporate them into my routine more. So that is it for this video. Let me know about the pieces you don't wear but can't seem to declutter. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.